Hello MJ fans, so we are looking at Weed, ACB, APH, EMH, Fire, TBP, and a special treat for Dan. So Weed on the daily time frame, we had our bullish reversal candlestick. We had a kind of confirmation, not the best we'd like to see. Obviously, we would have liked to see a close much higher to, much closer to the high of the day, a little bit higher up, not sort of barely breaking the highs of yesterday. But either way, close over the lower Bollinger Band, which is always a good sign. And more importantly, that if we go to the hourly, when we had come off the bottom here, we sort of made our top first thing this morning, and then we were consolidating. Finally, towards the end of the day, we established a higher low. So Weed, the only one that has not established a higher high, so that's notable. Now, Weed also was stronger for the past number of weeks, so there could be a lot of factors leading into why the other names were stronger. Maybe it's finally just their day to shine because they've been so completely beat up. Shorts covering could be something. Some of the names might have high short interest. So there sort of could be a lot going on of why Weed's a little bit weaker. Definitely one of the weaker closes that we've noticed. So we're really going to need to break that 29.05 tomorrow. And then daily, we're only just looking for a lower high on the daily. We're not looking to change anything. I like targets on the EMA basis, 30 target, psychological, anything over 29. We'll know when we set that hourly, when we set a peak and then a lower high and a lower low on the hourly that our daily top is in, then we'll be looking for a higher low on the daily. And either we can get an equilibrium, or if we, go lower, it'd be a little bit bad for the sector, but either way, we'll know when we get there, and we're not going to predict what's going to happen because we just don't know, and we have to react, not predict. So Weed, not my favorite close. I have a little bit. You can see that we set that high, that sort of lower high on the higher low on the hourly here, and had a nice V-shaped recovery. So the reason I'm swinging, even though the close doesn't look so good on the daily time frame, it does look really good if you go to the last hour of the day. Increasing bull volume, tons of volume to end the day strong, and looking for a little bit of continuation into tomorrow. ACB. It was weaker on the bounce yesterday, and it made up for it today, closing strong, high of the day. It closed really at 849, showing a little bit of something at the end of the day there. More importantly, closed over the exponential resistance, which has been driving the price down for weeks at this point. So that's a really strong start, and we're looking at resistances of 917, 945, and 9 psychological. And of course, there'll be the high of the day, 849 to get over, 850 to get over tomorrow too. So really good close, swinging some ACB as well. Hourly time frame. Now we have a clear higher low pattern. So this is the first time we can see, if we look back at it, the hourly, that it was hourly lower highs and lower lows continuously. And now is the first time we have our low, we have our high, higher low established, and higher high. So looking really good. We're going to look for continuation, and we're going to look for some upside into that lower high on the daily. APH. APH is the same as ACB. We have our higher high now established on the hourly. So here we have it. We have our low. We have our high this morning at 1069. We have consolidation, really healthy consolidation all day long. We held the hourly middle Bollinger Band, and now we broke to a new higher high. So same thing, first time in a long time that we have finally broken this pattern. So we can be looking for that pattern to continue, and when we lose it, then we'll know that we have the daily higher high in place. Daily time frame. Is going to be looking the same as ACB's daily time frame. EMH. EMH. Notable that we have a decreasing volume today. Not ideal. We obviously would like that to be a little bit stronger. And we had a little bit of a pullback at the end of the day. We were doing the same thing as the others, hitting our highs, and then it kind of, I guess, had a little bit of a sell-off end of day. Same thing, not looking to change any trends. rejecting from near the 8 period exponential moving average. Resistance are going to be the high of the day, 470 and 497, 5 psychological, and then 533. So again, just looking for those hourly higher highs and higher lows to keep up so that we know that the bulls are still at our back, and see where we top out. Fire, nice move also. Not with the big move at the end of the day though, like the rest. So Fire's close much weaker, much more similar to Weeds. We had a close just above, but a long upper wick, so not ideal. We would have liked to see a nice close at the high of the day, also decreasing bull volume noticeable. So not super strong on Fire. A lot of work to do to fix this chart around. Resistance is going to be the high of the day, 166, and then we're looking up at 177, 183. TBP had a nice move yesterday, but we didn't confirm. So we got our low, we had our high of the bounce here to 82 cents, and that was more of the move early this morning, and then consolidated the rest of the day. Tried to come up a little bit with the sector at the end of the day, but just by 2 cents, and has not had that hourly higher high. So still have not changed the hourly trend on TBP, but at least we got a good start, and it needs a little bit of follow through tomorrow. Otherwise, this is just another lower high compared to 83. And for Dan, because he requested something moose related, here's Moo. Looks exactly like SPY on the daily time frame. And, you know, we have our high, low, highs, higher low holding the February dump, and lower high compared to the other one. So we're going to need a little bit of follow through from the bulls if they want to break this small pattern up here. So things looking good into tomorrow for most names. Again, these are not looking to change the trend entries. These are not anything long-term entries. These are looking for that daily lower high and then see where we go from there and react. We're not trying to predict the future. We know that there's tons of volatility in the sector. We don't know how it's going to react in terms of upcoming votes and legalization and when legalization is going to happen. So we're just going to keep monitoring and keep playing the trend until we see the trend change on the daily and weekly time frame. Have a good night, guys.